how should new practitioners, um, how do I say this? Like go through the weeds, like make sure that they're not wasting their money because instructionals are expensive. It's not like all of them are super cheap, always on sale. How can a new practitioner know that they're not getting, they're buying snake oil in an instructional?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to be honest. Like there's a lot of marketing tactics, and it's easy to kind of drink the Kool-Aid on the latest thing. So I would say to ask maybe someone that you trust for like recommendations, and then maybe like the more specific you can be about it and say like, oh, I'm really interested in De La Hiva and I want to learn some more things about De La Hiva, and I'm really struggling when I'm trying to like off balance them like down to their hands or something like that. I just can't seem to like off balance the person very well from De La Hiva. Then I feel like someone can like give you like a legitimate recommendation. But like I get asked all the time, like, what's the best instructional for beginner people? And it's like, dude, I don't know. Like if I can give you the generic answer that's like, you should get one of the escape instructionals from Danaher or Gordon kind of thing. Like that's, I feel like what 95% of people would say. But like maybe you're not interested in that and you're like, dude, I'm a wrestler. I just want to like double down on my wrestling and win some competitions. I just want to like learn how to smash people from side control. Then you probably shouldn't get that escape phone. So yeah, I feel like it's hard to give like generic advice. And then as far as just like, spending your resources wisely, I would ask someone that you trust and try and be like specific about what you're trying to get out of the instructional. And I feel like that will at least give you like a better use of your resources.
Do you think that new practitioners or even blue belts, right? Because blue belts are still, lower belts. People get upset about that, but do you think that they should be focusing on what is being taught in class, or do you think they should get that curiosity and say if they see something on sale on BJJ Fanatics or Jiu-Jitsu X that they should go for that and then try that in class? Like, how do you think they should work with that dynamic? That
Yeah, I think it's easier said than done, because I think a lot of people see the sale on BJJ Fanatics and they buy it and they start studying it, even though it has nothing to do with what they're studying in class.
Yeah.
So I think in an ideal world, which is probably not going to happen, but I think in an ideal world, you're studying something on BJJ Fanatics that links well with what you're studying in class. So like if you're working on, I don't know, like butterfly sweeps in class or whatever, you can get a BJJ Fanatics instructional that's about X guard or something like that. So like it's like both your feet are on the inside for a butterfly sweep, both your feet are on the inside for X guard. They link nicely with each other, and you're just kind of studying the 2 feet inside game. It's not like you're stepping on the toes of your instructor by being like, dude, I want to get really good at, like, I don't know, even De La Hiva. Like you use De La Hiva as an example for this. Like I want to get good at like an outside guard, but we're like studying inside guards right now. But then maybe I guess you could make the argument like you can transfer. I don't know. I'm going down a rabbit hole right now. But basically, I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so focus on primarily you should be focusing on what's being taught in class, especially as a new practitioner. But don't step on your instructor toes if you do buy something that's not being taught in class.